We realized pretty quickly that everyone's worlds were going to change very radically.
We're confronting need on a scale that we've never experienced before.
Too often, the marginalized communities are the first to be abandoned.
They've lost their work, they've lost daycare.
The risk and the concern is higher than ever.
Immediately, we saw our increase or the demand for food double.
It's proven to be very lethally disproportionate for the Latino community in Iowa.
If we want to be a society or a community to get through things together, we cannot leave anyone behind.
As our community and its most vulnerable neighbors are facing the effects of COVID-19, the Disaster Recovery Fund provides an opportunity for the public to give with the reassurance their donations will be used to quickly move resources where they're most needed and to adapt to evolving needs.
One of the first calls we got was from folks from the Disaster Recovery Fund team and asking how they could help support our work.
It was a quick response. I mean, we're talking about within 30 days, there is money in the bank to say, we can help.
The disaster recovery funds that came to us immediately allowed me to pay for food. It was just that simple. It was the food that had to go out the door to people whose refrigerators were empty, and Community Foundation was there.
The first place that we were able to deploy those funds was to support our COVID-19 legal advice hotline, which has helped thousands of Iowans with a variety of legal problems.
We've been educating community members on what's going on and also their rights.
They have a place where they can just call and say, hey, this is my needs, and someone will be there for them.
We knew there was a need because we're talking to the people. We're seeing them face to face, not with masks, not with hand sanitizer.
That's the reason to have resources like the Community Foundation and community members who can support Community Foundation's Disaster Relief Fund.
That grant from the fund made it possible for us to help people that otherwise would have no other way to get assistance.
Helping them keep those basic needs on, like electricity, water, and for households with children, I've had people request, hey, just help me with the internet bill so that my kids can stay connected.
Even one of our family members who was being evicted, when I brought him food, it was like, other people might need it more than me. Like, we have so much humility from our families. Montserrat's received the nicest emails of people like, I want to give back so that I can give it to other people. That's the type of people we're dealing with. Like, it's amazing.
Trusting community providers who are the boots on the ground to say, this is what we need, this is what we see, is super important. And it's also so reflective of the Des Moines community.
Initially, we had a big run on our pantries and it really sapped our supply. And where the Disaster Recovery Fund really came in to help us was in building back up that supply.
None of us is as good as all of us, so it really does take all of these different organizations playing the role that they can play and not feeling like any one of us has to do it alone.
When we knew COVID-19 was coming to Central Iowa, it was quick. We were quick to mobilize the Disaster Recovery Fund because we already had those existing relationships and had a basic plan in place.
Times like this are exactly why we're here. Knowing that we needed to be nimble and we needed to be fast and we needed to deploy resources where they needed to be deployed, and we needed to inspire giving and really be there as a resource for the donors that work through us so that they could feel confident in knowing where the needs were and how best to step up when they needed to step up. And they most certainly did that for our community.
I think if anyone is able to do something to help out there's just a corresponding responsibility to do that.
The Community Foundation has excellent stewardship with the funds, and equally important, its ability to help determine what the needs are in the community and how to best direct the funds to help those needs.
That challenges us to just think so broadly. So yes, there's arts and cultures that are culture that are extremely important. There's all the basic needs. And then there's social justice, that if we're going to come out of this in a way that's going to benefit everybody, we have to pay attention to those very vital kinds of things too.
This has to be about recovery for everybody. And there were people already running on empty when COVID hit. We absolutely have to grab their hand and we have to pull them up, and we have to run this marathon of recovery together.
The Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines is there to bring people together during times like this and to really be a pillar in the community that everyone can lean on. The After School Arts program will be able to deliver the same high quality arts content to kids who need it through digital online means, and we're very excited about that.
Mental health services are absolutely imperative. So we're just so grateful that we could continue almost seamlessly with delivering services to people, thanks to the Community Foundation and thanks to many in our community who stepped up and helped.
This grant allowed us to provide a service that is so important and so empowering for the refugees that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
One of the things we know at the Community Foundation is we're not going to have a strong quality of life if we don't have a strong nonprofit sector.
Well, good morning. We have folks who are still joining us, but it's my pleasure to...
I think that the most important component is to get outside of our comfort zone. Challenge yourselves to get outside of your comfort zone. Nobody's
I think we've all learned that we're better together. None of this would have occurred, none of this response that we've seen in all different ways would have happened in isolation. And just all of us bringing together our donors, volunteers, all of that power together has really been impactful and has made us much better together.
As we look toward the future, we know recovery from this is a marathon, not a sprint. We say that a lot at the Community Foundation, but we also know we're in the forever business, and we stand ready to walk alongside our community to face the challenges and to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming. We're in this for the long haul. Better together, better forever.